Now while you're watching this video, please remember to like, subscribe to my channel, click the bell icon for notification of future videos and share this video also. Thank you. Hello there, welcome back to my channel guys. Yes, as you can see, the title suggests, can Christians do cosmetic surgery? This is what we want to talk about in this video. This very short video, as you can see. Now I know I'm supposed to put out a video talking about what name we should be baptized in, but unfortunately guys, I'm going to have to postpone that video till next week Monday. Right, just try to bear with me guys. Tomorrow I'll give a video on the struggles of being a YouTuber, so you can understand why sometimes when I say I'm going to do something and I don't do it, you know it's because of the struggles. Right? So with that aside, we're going to talk about Christians and cosmetic surgery now. Now, I believe that if a Christian woman wants to do cosmetic surgery, she has the right to do so if she please, and she need not be concerned about whether God would be displeased with her or not. And here is why. I'm going to raise a few arguments as to why she can and have a free conscience in doing so. And I'm also going to look at some reasons why certain legalistic Christians would basically say that someone can't, a Christian woman shouldn't do cosmetic surgery. Now, the one and only argument that they would raise is that they would probably say you're bearing false witness. Right? Yes, you will hear that the commandment says thou shalt not bear false witness. And when you do cosmetic surgery, you are giving a false witness of yourself. So in other words, you're portraying yourself to be someone that you are not. And this is basically a false reasoning then, so to speak. It is a reasoning that is inadequate. And here's why I'm going to say that it is inadequate. If you as an individual choose to change your color, right? So you were born a black man and you changed your color, right? You do the surgery and you now look like a white man. That is how you're basically bearing false witness, right? If you change your sex, you were born a male, and you change your sex and become a female, you're bearing false witness because you are not a female. You're a male, you were created as a male. That's your identity. So the sex that you were born in, right, and the complexion that you were born in, that is your identity. Right, guys? This is how God made you. However, whether you have big bottom as a woman, or whether you have a small bottom, or if you have big breasts or small breasts, that is not your identity. This is what you grew into actually having. Because remember now, you know, when you are born, you know, as a child, you know, you're not born with any breasts, right? You actually, as the years goes by and you're going to puberty, your breasts develop. So it may be small, it may be medium size, and it may be large, right? Depending on how the hormone is working in your body and so forth. But whatever size it is, that is not your identity, right? Your identity is that you're a female and the color that you're born in, full stop. That is your identity. Whatever transpires is what actually develops in you as an individual. I'm going to raise more arguments, you know, just continue to stick with me here. Similarly, as a man, right, if you were born, when you were born, most baby boys, their penis is basically one size. As you grow and approach to puberty, right, that is going to determine whether whatever length and girth your penis is throughout the puberty process. That's not your identity, right? Your identity is that you were born as a male, right? And whatever complexion your is, whatever size your penis turn out to be, that is what is developed throughout your stage of puberty, right? And I'm going to give you further reasoning as to why this is so. Now let's look at the reasons as to why some persons would want to do some form of surgery to either enhance their body in whichever way that they feel like. One, some women, their breasts may be extremely large, and it may cause some form of discomfort, heaviness on the chest, and so forth. And for this reason, some women will do surgery to basically get their breasts to be smaller, right? I know that as a Christian, if you ask a Christian individual if that is wrong, right, for a woman to do so, if she's feeling discomfort because of the size of her breast is very large, and she chooses to cut it down a bit, make it smaller, they are going to tell her that it's perfectly fine in doing so. Yet still, if a woman who has a size breast that she's not comfortable with, in that it may be too small for her, and she wants it to be larger because perhaps it affects her self-esteem and how she sees herself, maybe she might feel a bit more confident if she have a larger breast, they should have the equal right to actually make it larger. You can't say, it would be inconsistent to say that if her breast is big and it causes her discomfort and she wants to make it smaller, she can do it. But if it is small and she wants to make it larger, she can't do it. That's inconsistent and hypocrisy. Right? It is inconsistent and it is hypocritical to say such. Similarly, a man may have a size penis that may be too large. We're talking about 11 inches, 10, 11, 12. Yes, some men, they are really endowed. It's almost as if it's horse penis they have, right? And their wife can't manage, no matter how she's trying to adjust to the size, she just can't, because every time it just always causes her pain. And what happens sometimes is that when a man is extremely large in that way, he can't thrust as hard for his own enjoyment. He can't. He has to take time with how he's thrusting sometime, and it may take away from his sexual satisfaction, because if he chooses to go too hard, he risks hurting the woman. And so I'm not aware, if there are actual surgeries that can make a man smaller. I'm not sure of that. But let's say that there are surgeries that can make a man smaller. He should have the right, you understand, to do it if it's causing displeasure to his wife. And if you say that he has a right, to basically do that, because of discomfort that it's causing his wife, it should be equally right if a man is below average and he can't satisfy his woman at all. And if it's too large, it may cause discomfort. And if it is too small, it may cause him to be incapable of satisfying his wife. And he chooses to basically do some form of surgery, take Viagra, or use some penis pump or what have you to make himself take pill, make himself larger, and he can't do it. Come on, it would be legalistic to say that you can't do that, and you're bearing a false witness then, so to speak, because God never made you with a large size, and you do some surgery and have a large size, so you're quote unquote bearing false witness. Or you had a large size and God made it that way, and you choose to make it smaller, so you're quote unquote bearing false witness. These are nonsensical arguments that doesn't make any sense. You understand what I'm saying, guys? And there are other forms of surgery that women do. Some do surgery on their vagina, can perhaps make it tighter, right? Some, they probably do surgery to make the lips of the vagina fatter for turn on purposes to their man. There is no problem with that. Absolutely no problem. If you say that they can do something if a thing is causing discomfort, you have to equally say that they can do it if it's not a case that it causes discomfort, but for their own sexual satisfaction, or to satisfy the sexual fantasy, right, of their partner. They should be able to do that as well. You can't say yes to one and then say no to the other, because if it is that saying no to one, to them making their breasts bigger for sexual for the sexual fantasy or what have you of their partner, you can't say that they're bearing false witness if they do that, because God never made them with a large size, right? And at the same time, not say they're bearing false witness if they choose to make their breasts smaller because it is causing discomfort. Similarly, a person could be born with some form of skin disorder and so forth, I forgot what they call it, you know, where the skin is have a lot of white color on it. I forgot the name of the disorder or disease, what have you. But I'll put it on the screen. Sorry about that. I'll put it on the screen when I find the name. If a person is in a situation like that and they feel that they can do whatever surgery in order to basically fix that, then they should have a right to do so, because in truth and in fact, you know, sexual attraction is very, very, very important. Right? Christians will get all holier than thou and say, oh, accept me as I am, Ray, what have you. You know the whole works. This is not to say, you know, that you can't find a partner to accept you as you are, you know. And this is not to say that if you look a certain way that you must do surgery. No. What I'm saying is that if a person wants to do surgery to change the features of their body, they should have the right to do so without feeling guilty. It is not a sin, because your identity is not in how you look. Your identity is the sex you were born as, and the race, whether you're white or black. That is your identity. Let me raise some more arguments. I am slim, as you can see, right? If I choose to exercise, drink a lot of protein and exercise and build up muscles, and then in a year time you see me with big muscles and so forth, are you going to say that I'm bearing false witness? My mother's side, you know, a family, you know, is genetically slim, you know. So this is as a result that it's hard for me to put on weight, because in my genes, by my mother's side, they are slim. Will you then say because of my gene, this is how God made me? If I choose to take protein shake, lift weights, right, and get body mass and so forth, I'm bearing false witness. Similarly, if a person is fat, their gene and so forth, you know, most of them big bone and so forth, and they end up, they are fat. Yes, they're going to say, you know, that you can do exercise and take whatever, you know, and lose all of that weight, you know. They're not going to say you are bearing false witness, you know. But if you choose to do something to either enhance your body, make your body mass, get more mass or what have you, you're bearing false witness. This is nonsensical, honestly. You understand what I'm saying? These are arguments that doesn't make no sense whatsoever. And this is why I despise legalism so much. Because legalism, it creates so much problem for Christians. Time would fail me to basically express the amount of problems that legalism causes within Christianity, and how it turns off people from church and it turns them away from the gospel. Right? Legalism. The same person is going to say, you know, that if I'm small, if I'm small, you know, as a man, you know, penis size, you know, very small. And it's going to be very difficult if I'm below average to please a woman sexually. The amount of strokes that a man who is average or above average can apply and satisfy his partner sexually, I have to double that because my penis is small, right? And I can't do any form of surgery or what have you to make it larger, because then I'm quote unquote bearing false witness. And here is the kicker: if I resort to other means, whether oral sex or what have you, apply toys and you know the works to make it more spicy, I commit a sin. So what I'm going to end, the position that I'm going to end up in, might as well my wife just dump me then, so to speak, because there's nothing that I can do. I can't do surgery, I can't take pump, Viagra, nothing, right? And I can't resort to other means either. And that is why, guys, I did a video titled The Purpose for All Things Religious. You can find it on my playlist section, right? Wherein I state what my belief is and what is the mandate and what is the vision or mission for all things religious. Part of it, as I would have said in the video, is to refute legalism in all its forms, because I can see the dangers of it every single day of my life. It causes a lot of stress, right? And it causes a lot of problems for Christians. When Christians are going to get legalistic about bedroom activities, if you're not careful, you know, you end up single for the rest of your life, you know. You have dissatisfaction within your marriage, cheating and so forth occur because you can't do so many things. It is an abomination to either spice up a relationship and to give a relationship a boom. If you have any form of deficit that makes you incapable of performing sexually to a certain capacity, and you say, oh, I'm going to resort to other means to give satisfaction, I can't do it. Might as well my wife just dump me. Or might as well your husband, speaking to a woman, your husband just dump you. Because you can't do anything else, right? And you're in a position where you're crippled, you have some illness or what have you, and you can't resort to other means. That is why I hate legalism so much. And I'm never going to stop wearing this either. Never. Right? So I hope I answered the question. I raised a lot of arguments about cosmetic surgery as to why logically, right, it makes sense. A person can do it if they want to, and it is not a sin. Where there is no law, there is no sin. I give you all the arguments. Now it's for you to think about these things. Tell me if you agree with me or not, and place your comment in the comment section. I will have a link also that give you further details about cosmetic surgery that you can read upon. Hey guys, stay tuned later. By God's grace, Sex Talk 101 number 3. I'm looking forward to dropping it later. With that being said, bye bye now.